Why, could it be? Could it be crunch time? Or if you're Mallory, hiccup time.
You have the hiccups.
Mallory has a terrible case of the hiccups. Everyone keep track. 1. This will be a fun game. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Breakfast Stream. It's a good morning, in my opinion. It's a good morning for us because we went to bed nice and on time.
I tried to.
Well, you didn't sleep super great,
No.
but
Ouch.
went to bed on time. Yesterday was pretty good, but you know.
I can't cure my hiccups and go get water because I just got them when I came upstairs.
But also a sordid reminder that everyone's going through different things and may not have slept as good as everyone else. Because I was a few minutes late starting the stream because I was reading Emile's thread on Twitter. Because I was up here early enough getting everything set up, and then I started reading his thread and I was like, oh my god, holy crap, wow, what? And then finally I looked up and I was like, oh, I needed to start the stream like 2 minutes ago. So yeah, hugs for Emile this morning, who's had to deal with a lot of things related to a beeping smoke detector. Forever.
I didn't read it.
It's a long story of many things going wrong at one time. But it comes down to a smoke detector that was beeping and not being able to like find batteries to replace it because you can't just take a battery out, like because they're all connected in the house, so they keep beeping. I also have known this struggle. It's not fun.
No.
And the thing is, like, the smoke detector batteries will last for years and years and years.
Well, you're supposed to like test them every daylight savings time.
No one does
change.
that.
And you're supposed to change them once a year.
No one does that.
Lindsay does that. Because Lindsay is an adult.
Because Lindsay is a responsible adult.
Yes.
But as for Emile and myself and you and 99% of the population, it's out of sight, out of mind.
See?
And like, I get why they beep. They beep for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, if your house catches on fire, I need you to put a new battery in me. But I'm not going to do it like every year. I'm just going to wait until it beeps.
And see, we have a ton of 9 volts just because we used them for my mic.
Yep.
But we have one that we won't be able to reach.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So, in our new place,
There's vaulted ceilings.
there's vaulted ceilings. And replacing the light bulbs in those was already an experience. It required a special tool, which is basically a giant suction cup.
On a stick.
On a stick. And like, yeah, you could have used a ladder, but we don't have
a ladder.
We don't have a ladder. Like, how tall are our ceilings?
I have no idea.
Like,
did you show them on the vlog that
the
came
vlog,
out?
No, not
Is
yet.
it just this room?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the only room that's been shown so far.
Yeah.
So it'll take another few vlog releases before we start showing the rest of the house so people can see. But yeah, it's tall.
I mean, Lindsay has a ladder that is tall enough, but we can't get it in our car.
You can't borrow a ladder if the ladder doesn't fit in your car.
Yeah.
So you'd have to actually like buy a ladder.
Yeah. We could just ask the guy next door. He
Yeah.
probably has a ladder.
Yeah. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but it hasn't beeped here yet. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Let's start by quickly getting through some behind the scenes subs. There were subs between the scenes from Silvercross Fox, Kazayumi, Air IQ, Mystic Yoshi 1, Anachibo, Goombario, Frost Spirit 23. Every time I say a name, Sagan meows. Every time. Buddy, 100
Is Emile in chat?
He might be. God knows he's certainly awake.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, he may be here.
Yeah,
apparently
he's here,
yes.
people are saying.
Okay. Well, Emile, I'm sorry for the circumstances, but at least you get to catch the show live. I get a sub from Ember Lara, technically a musician. All right, those were between the scenes. Now, we get a 5-month sub from Casual Shadow JR, 5 months of toast, and this Friday I'll have completed 35 Solar Revolutions. Level up day coming, yo. That is awesome. Congrats and early happy Solar Revolutions. I'm going to keep that same theme. 9 months from Omega Cyborg. Thank you, Omega. Congrats on Triple Plus. Also Triple Plus, 9 months for Old Ramen. Triple Plus, Triple Post, Toast. AP test scores were released this morning. I got a 5 on mine.
I can't
have
remember
no idea
AP
what the scale
are.
is. I don't know if I took AP testing.
I did not.
So I don't know, because some tests...
Brandon says 5 is best.
Okay. 5 is highest. Well, then that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is literally the best you can do. Congrats, Old Ramen. Got a sub from Annoying Gamer 12. Thank you, Gamer. 10 months from Mike Capella, says 10 months, woo! 10 months also from Tachi Gamer 96, who says 10 months of crunch, woo! I got 400 bits from B. Toftebach, which is a name I might be butchering, but I'm not sure. I'm currently vacationing in Greece, and I'm having a drink at the restaurant at the moment. I'll catch the VOD later, so take these bits in the meantime.
Enjoy Greece.
You. Yeah! Actually, your message just takes me back.
Straight to, like, a taverna?
Actually, it takes me back to a very specific moment in Greece, and I'm kind of curious if you'll remember exactly the
Is it the
place.
one in the one town? There was one time we were at a taverna, not in Athens, on the bus part of the tour. This little town that I'd have to probably look at a map and be able to be like that.
It was the same day, it was either before or after, that we went and got, like, gelato or something. And we ate at a restaurant that was like overlooking the water, and it was on couches. We thought of the same thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we're on the same page there.
Yes.
Yeah. Greece is beautiful and a highly recommended vacation destination. It was not a place I would have ever like thought of. I think.
Like going through countries and being like, oh, let's go to this one. Like.
But Greece has such an amazing history, and it's. The country itself is so varied that you can go and you can spend a solid week and a half there, never see the same thing twice, and you will leave and be like, I would have never thought of going to Greece, but it was incredible. So highly recommend.
I mean, the
Greece.
islands are amazing, and then inland is amazing. Athens is amazing.
Yeah, it's a really cool spot. You got 10 months sub from Rize Kujikawa. Thank you, Rize. 6 months from Buenosaur. That's double plus. Thank you, Bueno. 8 months from Twilight Lugia. Thank you, Twilight. 200 bits from Squid Baconator. I also didn't sleep well due to waking up because of a weird dream about a lot of characters from The Office visiting my home for some reason. I don't get it. To be fair, dreams normally don't make a lot of sense for me either, so at least we have that going for us. I also got a sub from Norsajit. I think I said that right. And JCGX gives a sub to Chugga. So Emile is at 3 months.
He got a plus.
Emile got a plus. Thank you, JCJX. Got a 10-month sub from Crunchy Face. Thank you, Crunchy. And then finally, a sub also from Andrew the 12th Kind. Thank you, Andrew.
Emile says, my purpose.
Yeah, see, it worked out okay. You had to lay awake and listen to a beep, and then also birds, and all these other things.
That beep, though, is really awful, because when we were cleaning out our old house right before we moved into this place, one of the smoke detectors went off, and sometimes when they're wired, they'll all beep, because it wants to make sure you really know. And some of ours were wired and some weren't. It was strange. But we figured out it was like the front hallway one. And then we kept forgetting to bring a 9-volt over when we would go and like move stuff and clean. So like we'd go over and it would beep, and then it would stop, and then it would beep some more.
I mean, so one of the big problems was that it didn't start beeping till we technically had moved.
Yes.
And we had already moved our stuff. We had moved our 9 volts And then it was like when we came back, we would hear and we'd be like, oh crap, we gotta remember to bring a 9-volt. And then we kept forgetting.
And it's like a drill in your brain. It's like one of the worst noises when it keeps going.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of noises that after a while they become white noise and they just...
You can forget about it.
You
Like
forget
the fan,
about them.
the ceiling fan, yeah.
And I think that's not one of them. You know, it's designed to, no matter how long you listen to it, you're not gonna like fall asleep with it or anything. It's gonna be in your skull, and it's other things that are in your skull include Peggy. Oh wee! Peggy made it to breakfast. I'm not sure why I've decided that that's Peggy's voice. It closely matches the awee. Awee!
Capital lowercase.
Well, then, but also it's representative of, I think, the noise.
Yeah.
Awee! That is from, of course, Moist Peggy. Moist Peggy, thank you for being here, and thank you for the bits. And Peggy, I don't know what it is you eat for breakfast, but I hope you enjoy breakfast as well. We also have a sub from Rachel Lance. Thank you, Rachel. And then also 300 bits from Satsy. I didn't sleep well last night, but that was my own fault. I've been playing Dragon Quest Builders, then I got woken up at 9 for building works in my flat. That is also terrible. Whenever there's construction work happening around your place that's completely out of your control. It happens a little less, I think, in a house. It happened a lot in the apartment.
Yeah.
There's just things happening.
It depends,
and
like...
you don't have any warning, and especially when you work from home and it has to do with audio, that sucked a lot. That sucked a lot.
I was gonna say, like, when my mom first got her house...
Peggy's alert didn't show Peggy. Really?
Well, you had to change it.
I changed it last night to remove the patriotic one and put the normal one back. And apparently it killed Peggy. It got pushed off screen by the text. Well... Let me just try something real quick. I don't normally do this. But let me just try something.
There she is now. Pull up the camera.
She's back. She's back.
You should try rerunning the other one, though, to see.
Okay. Sure. I will also rerun this one. Let's see, how do I do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see what it is. It's when the awee is so long, it actually pushes it off screen. I have to ask Chaz how to fix that one. I understand.
You hit it twice.
Did I hit it twice? Anyway, that is again from Moist Peggy, who asked if Peggy was gone. Peggy was never gone. Peggy was simply slightly to the left.
Off screen, where she's scariest.
What's the cartoon character?
A little bit more than that.
El Kabong. Everyone knew what I meant by the cartoon character.
I've never heard of that.
How does it go?
Pull chat back up.
It's like something about he exits stage left or something. Snagglepuss. Is it Snagglepuss? I thought it was Quick Draw. Snagglepuss probably makes a little more sense. Because it's like... Yeah, okay, it's Snagglepuss. Because El Kabong's thing is saying El Kabong. Which is how you remember that. Anyway, what was I talking about?
We were talking about construction. I was going to say that growing up, my mom had a house in a newer neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, like, all summer it would be houses being built all around.
I mean, that would be bad too. In the apartment, there was always like stuff going on, and it wasn't like, I mean, they did a better job, I think, than most about announcing some things, but they didn't announce everything. So there would just be times it's like, there's noises, and you're like, I really hate this a lot. Here, you know, I think it's just yard work.
Yeah.
The yard work and the yard machines are so loud that a lot of times I think our yard is getting mown because that's how loud it is. And I'm like, is there going to be, you know, yard work today?
Yeah.
And no.
No.
No, it was not to be.
Well, you're so used to our company having electric, but not gas, so it's quieter.
Yeah. You know what else we didn't do?
What?
We didn't do toast today.
No, we didn't. Because you were busy reading Emile's thread, you didn't make toast.
It's true. It's true. That's actually why I did not make toast today. Is because I was already late on getting the stream started. And I came downstairs and I was like, Mal, you gotta hear what happened to Emile. I think it's crazy.
And you never really told me.
Yeah, and then it occurred to me, and I was like, oh, I probably don't have time to make toast. I'm just have toast after. So I'm going to have toast. It's not that I'm not gonna have toast.
It's just gonna be after stream.
I'm just gonna have toast after the stream.
As a reminder for you, on Thursday we need to stop the stream right away. Because we have optometrist appointments.
Yeah, we have an optometrist appointment in the morning. Okay. We can do it. Hi, buddy. You want to come up here? You just want to wander around? Oh, another change, actually, for Thursday.
Yeah?
I feel strongly, maybe, by that point, that we'll probably have new lights. Because they're supposed to be here tomorrow.
There's stuff coming today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And our stuff comes early, so after this, we'll go check.
Okay. Yeah, we've been... I thought you said Thomas appointment. I just recently had a Thomas appointment. My Thomas appointment was
Saturday.
Yeah, Thomas was actually
Thomas
in
says
town.
they already had their Thomas appointment.
Yeah, we've been trying to work on upgrading some things here and there that we can. I mean, my big thing is that if we're getting support from Twitch, then we should be reinvesting that back into Twitch, or just videos in general. So that's what we're trying to do, and we're actually getting new lights for in here that are a lot stronger than these, which allows us to change some stuff on the camera. And then also those lights are going to be used for Morning Mario, to help with that setup, because I'm lit well now, but I need to light the screen behind me a little bit better, because that's going to make Dan's job easier keying me out, because the lighting is not particularly even.
Good boy.
Glad to have you here, Sagan. Doesn't always join us now, because he's got
birds to watch.
He's got birds to watch. He's a busy man.
Squirrels.
Busy man. Squirrels. We've got some other things here. We got 300 bits from Am in Iowa. Just really good name. Watching the old vlogs and got a huge laugh over the Facebook page of not being constipated. I think the greatest thing about that page is that it's still active, and it's actually on Facebook as like a non-profit page. So I get special emails that Facebook sends to non-profit pages, and it's the weirdest thing to see everything written up like for like a real non-profit, talking about how like to benefit or whatever. And the text at the top is like, hello, not being constipated. And I'm like, oh my lord. So, yeah, I'm still getting laughs, like personal laughs over that, even almost 10 years later. Thank you, Iowa, for the bits. Appreciate it. Busy Cook asked, is there 3 or 1 vlogs today? There will be just 1. There was none on Sunday, because this weekend was a little busy. And then actually on Sunday I played Magic, which I have not done in a year. But I went and played Magic because it was a core set. Me and Austin went. So I didn't get any vlogs released Sunday, but I got one yesterday, and I'll have one more out today. The next few vlogs will probably only be out one at a time, just because they are kind of long and complicated. It's all of the stuff from the Runaway Guys Coliseum, and I'm basically just doing behind... I mean, you can see over there, like, Adri is in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of behind-the-scene stuff from Coliseum. So, you know, you guys saw, like, the completed bumpers where everything was, like, color-corrected and had music and all this stuff. I'm just going to be pulling clips like from behind the scenes and using that as the stuff. So that's what the vlogs are going to be.
Yeah.
And then also like picking people up from the airport and stuff.
Jules spraying himself in the face.
Yeah, I think I'm actually most excited about that.
Yeah.
Because the only people that have seen that clip without, like with the audio, has been patrons. Because shortly after we finished the bumpers, there was a Patreon video, and I actually got to show everyone early Jules spraying himself in the face. And now finally the rest of the vlog will get to see that clip without the music. Because in the sitcom intro for the TRG Coliseum, that wasn't planned. Like, he accidentally did that. He wasn't thinking, and he just sprayed himself right in the eyes. And, like, I felt bad, but I could not stop laughing. And he couldn't stop laughing. So yeah, I'm really excited about the next few vlogs, but they'll probably come out like one at a time as a result, because they're going to be a little more difficult, but we're going to try and get it back up to 3 a day as soon as possible. Also got a 2-month sub from Shuckle Forever 19. First time catching the stream live as I'm off work. Ill, but totally worth it. Well, I'm sorry that you're not feeling great, but the advantage is you get to be here, so that's like a plus. Hopefully we contribute to some sort of well-being, or Sagan does. He's being good.
I don't know if he can be seen.
I think the cutoff is like right there.
Yeah. Put your face up here.
People can see like his ear.
Boop.
People can see the boop, which is the most important thing, is seeing the boop. We've got a 10-month in a row sub from Mew Rocks. After 10 months of watching the stream, I realized that I'm addicted to toast now. That's not a big problem. It's not a big problem, especially if you're doing like multi-grain toast, stuff that's got a lot of grains in it. It's very good. It's very, very heart healthy. It's very anti-cholesterol, which is one of the main reasons I consume it. He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a sweetie.
Yes, you are.
He's a good boy. Mew, thank you for 10 months of subs. Also get 100 bits from Zarmak821. Thank you, Zarmak. Appreciate it. And a sub also from Princess Bennybot. So on Thursday, because we have such a early
schedule.
Yeah,
appointment.
Such an early appointment, we will be ending the stream very, very promptly at 9:30.
Yeah. Well, see, I
fact,
couldn't make it any later.
Yeah.
They're harder to get into now. They're seeing too many patients.
Yeah, it used to be that it wasn't that difficult to get in, and now it's
but they're
very
a good
difficult.
optometrist.
Yeah, they are. They are. So this time, Thursday, we will for sure be rolling the beans. And we can roll them at the same time today also. Bean time! Patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Malmakes. We appreciate the support we get over there. Thank you all. Their names are... What's another word for wave? Wormin'? They're wormin'. They're worming their way over. That's what's currently happening.
Thomas had said that it was strange to see cats after owning your own. And Brandon asked like a question about it, and Thomas was like that our cats are small.
Our cats are small?
That's what he said.
See, that's funny because like a lot of people that visit that have cats in their lives come over and they say how big our cats are. So
he says they aren't fluffy.
It's true. It's true. We have short-haired cats, so if you have a long-haired cat, they'll appear larger. But a lot of people feel like our cats are really big. I mean, Chaz's cats are various sizes.
Yeah.
So, because Vencer is bigger than our boys, and Elspeth is like half the size. So they really.
Cobb is small too. Kirby's a small cat.
Kirby's a tiny boy.
Yeah.
Tiny boy.
But Bruiser's the only one that's long-haired.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never met Bruiser, but I don't know very many like long-haired cats. So. Someone says MTG names. It's true. It's true. Chaz named his cats Vencer, Elspeth, and Koth, which are all Magic the Gathering names. And Chaz actually hasn't played Magic in
a while.
It's like he doesn't actively play he hasn't played Magic in a long time, actually.
Something in your eye?
But I still feel strongly that at any point, if he wanted to, he could attend a tournament and do pretty good. I drank my coffee.
Good.
Now I'm starting to crave that toast. It's not like washed down the coffee, it's... What is the opposite phrase of that? Because if you have a... What?
Like it's paired with the toast?
Well, I mean, like if you're eating something and you're like, oh, I need something to wash that down. What if you have too much liquid? And it's like, I need some toast to clog that up. You know?
No.
Well, you have your opinions, and I have mine. Hi, buddy.
He wants your attention.
Well, he has it. We also have subs from the Game Boy Man. Thank you, Game Boy Man. Moist Peggy also gives a sub to Bean Boy with like 8 eyes. It's an amazing name. Thank you, Moist Peggy. Then we have 100 bits from Wizard Scallion. Thank you, Wizard. And 100 bits also from Daku Derp. Speaking of Daku, did everyone see the... Was it today? Yeah, it's today.
What?
The Morning Mario episode.
Oh. No,
where we get to go into the Deku tree. People say it... A lot of people say that word differently, too. Deku, Deku, Deku. It was pretty good. I was stumped on a part that I should not have been stumped on for an unreasonable amount of time. Now, how much do you remember from the Great Deku Tree from
Not
Ocarina?
Much.
Okay. There's a part... God, he's cute. You start at the bottom of the tree and you work your way up.
Yeah.
And then you jump down through the floor and you proceed. Near the end, there's some little Deku scrubs, and you have to hit them in the right order, and then they let you through. And that was emulated in the Mario level, and you have to do it in a certain order. And above them are numbers, 3, 1, and 2. And I was trying to figure out like what to do, and it took me like 10 minutes of trying different combinations before finally I tried 1, 2, 3, and that was right. So, the puzzle was 23 is number 1. I thought that was it.
Emile said that it, like, they had designed it wrong or something.
Okay. Because I
thought...
Not
too far up. Yeah, a little bit more. There he is. Red.
Yeah, it was 23. Yeah. I didn't think I was crazy. Because, like, I don't remember a whole lot about Ocarina of Time. Like, I played it as a kid, but it's not one that's, like, ingrained in my memory forever. But I remembered 23 is number 1. And when I tried it and it didn't work, I was like, 32 is number 1? And then I remember actually, Dan didn't show it in the video, but I tried 23 is number 1 like 10 different times. So, I think, yeah, what Shadowlance says. 2, 3, 1 was the right order. You were just judging it from the numbers above their heads instead of the order it appeared in. So, the designer actually had it right. It's just the way that it was shown was more confusing to me. So, it was the second, the third, and the first one in that order. It's just the numbers above their head were telling you how to do it, and I didn't think it was going to be like that. So, yeah, it was a little confusing, but it was still cool that they included it. You know? Numbers are hard. I went to art school. That is a quote I have used many times before, and will use many times again. Moist Peggy gives a sub to Random Guy. Thank you, Moist Peggy. Hi, Random Guy. Wandering Stars resubscribes for 10 months and says, life has been too busy. Haven't been here in a while. Happy crunch to you all. Happy crunch, Wandering Stars. I can't actually crunch today because I don't have my toast, but like the essence of crunch. That's a good idea for a perfume.
No.
Essence of crunch.
No. Smell
like burnt bread. I mean, I think there's a market for it. Ice Chocobo gives a sub to Lins90154. Thank you, Ice Choco. Appreciate that. And then Moist Puggy also gives a sub. Moist Puggy. Moist Puggy. Moist Peggy also gives a sub to Athens Music Junkie. Thank you, Peggy, for that. And then 4 months from Padawan Becca. Oh, hey, 4 months. Technically 5. Oh, well. Anyway, money. Padawan Becca. I appreciate it. Thank you. Buttered toast smells nice. They understand. They understand. There's nothing wrong with that. 300 bits from Satsy saying, essence of toast sprays you in crumbs. It could be the world's thickest perfume. Where you just... It's got, instead of a tiny nozzle, it's got a thick nozzle. On. And it's spraying you with crumbs of... I think it's a good idea. Thank you, Satsy. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Moist Peggy also gives a sub to Crunchy Boy. Moist Peggy's just going down the line, just giving subs to the best names. I like seeing what's going to happen next. So, your full version came out. Uh-huh. So if anyone hasn't seen that, I would highly recommend that. If only for the music. I actually, I cried a little bit. I teared up. Editing the end of Mal's video. I say editing. I don't edit it. Mal edits it.
You watch it just to make sure.
I do a final pass in case there's any other little tiny adjustments to make that I would catch it, she wouldn't. And I did. As I got near the end, I teared up a little bit. It was a combination of a lot of things. It was the fact that your painting is really good, and you've come a long way in just a few years. And then also just the haunting music of BioShock, which is a very, very emotional, I think, in some ways. And then also the nostalgia of the game, too. Like, I remember back to playing it and feeling how impactful that game was. And hearing the music again took me back to that, so... It was good. It was really, really good, so... And Mao actually has not played all of BioShock.
Yeah, I haven't finished it.
Mao has played the beginning. You've played the demo, essentially.
I have no idea.
I can almost guarantee you've played the demo. Back when BioShock first came out, I played the demo. And I bet that's what you've played too, which is enough to see the beginning of the game, which is what you painted. But Mao...
It was scary.
Mao got scared of the game, and I would love to see you play through it.
Well, get caught up on life, and then every night we'll play a little bit on the couch.
It's not like super long, so
yeah, I know.
So hopefully that'll happen in the future. And I don't think of BioShock as like a horror game, you know. Like there's definitely like some horror elements, but like it's not Silent Hill, you know. It's very much its own thing. So I think you'll be able to handle it, and I can help. I can help you through it. Get 300 bits from Moist Peggy says, I love gifting subs just to have you read the names. Also, Thomas angered the chat over Ocarina of Time comments, but Peggy still likes Thomas. I've read his Google Doc. That's right. Thomas wrote a little manifesto about Peggy once. And Nightbot's right on the money. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, there was a little manifesto about Peggy that Thomas wrote. It's worth reading. Talks about how good Peggy is, and is not a source of evil, but of good.
Thank you.
Moist Peggy, thank you for the bits. Hey, bud, you had to move to my lap? That's okay. You're allowed. He's not sure what to do with himself. Hi. That's okay. Come up here. Oh, he's purring. Hi, buddy. Are you sweet? Are you sweet? Where's your brother? Is he in the sun?
He's in the sun.
He's in the sun. God, his little motor's just going so hard.
He's so happy.
He's so happy.
He loves you.
No. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh. Heard a noise, and that noise had to have been Kepler. Oh my God, Mal.
What?
I wanted to mention to you something that it occurred to me.
What?
I slept pretty good, unlike you. I know you said you had a hard time falling asleep. I slept pretty good until 6.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock, and I think the audience will relate to this, where sometimes it's like you have to pee, but it's not enough to wake you up. But it's like one of those things that if something stirs you even a little bit, then your body goes into full-on need to pee mode. So that happened to me this morning at 6, because like subconsciously I have to pee. I'm asleep, but then Kepler jumped on the bed.
Yeah.
And Kepler jumping on the bed is not technically what woke me up. It's the fact I had to pee. Mm-hmm. But that was enough for my brain to be like, oh, you have to pee. And then you're laying there and you're thinking, but bed. And I don't know what time it is, so I look at the clock and it's 6, and I'm like, I still have a ways to sleep. So I decide that I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, and I kick the cats out because I figure if they're willing to start jumping on the bed, they're gonna get excited. So I kick them out. When I lay back in bed, I've only been laying in bed for like 2 minutes, and I hear the sound of what it sounds like, a cup, like a plastic cup hitting the floor, and it sounds like it comes from the bathroom. And I lay there, and when it happened, it shook, like I was awake, but it shook me like super awake, really badly, because my first thought was, why would that have happened in the bathroom? There shouldn't be a cat in the bathroom. And then, oh God, there's a cat in the bathroom. And I laid there thinking, oh crap, there's a cat in the bathroom. And I was like, that can't be it, because I kicked the cats out, but I was tired. Maybe I didn't catch it. There's a cat in the bathroom. And I laid there and I told myself, I was like, I'm just going to lay here and I'm going to see if a cat pulls at the door to get out. So I laid there and and it never happened. And I was like, and because I was trying to force myself to like stay awake to listen to that, in the process, my brain was like, oh, we're awake now. You know, so laying there, I'm thinking, don't go to sleep because you need to make sure you're there for the cat. And then finally, I was like, okay, the cat's not in the bathroom. And by then, it was too late. I had tricked my brain into being awake. So then I tossed and turned for like half an hour.
You should have just gotten up.
No, it was
then you
still
would
too
have
early.
Known. No, to check.
Oh, I know.
Then you could have laid back down and not been on edge.
Mallory, you're forgetting one important factor about being in the bed. And that is, but bed. That's the thing. And everyone can relate to that. It's the same reason why you will lay in bed having to pee and not get up to pee. It's because, but bed.
I get up.
But bed. Not but bed. 1 T instead of 2. I mean, it's true. Like, there's been many times where I've actually woken up and I've had to go to the bathroom, and I've been like, how bad is it really? Like, will I fall back to sleep?
But if you get up and go, then you can lay down and be extra comfy.
It's true, and that it's taken a lot of years in adulthood to realize that. I still occasionally do it. I still will occasionally just lay there, but Mao is right. You will always feel better if you just get up and go to the bathroom and then get back in bed, because then you can fully relax, and you don't have to like try and trick your brain into being like, no, it's fine, that's fine. Like, the odds of you like wetting yourself are basically 0. You're not going to do that.
I mean, as you get older, you're already a grandpa.
Wait, are you saying as you get older you are less likely or more likely?
More likely.
Really?
I mean, you're a grandpa already, so you're practically there.
Are you saying I'm just gonna, like, start wetting the bed? I hope not. Anyway, I just want everyone to, if you get one thing out of this video, if you get one thing out of this live stream, it's when you're laying in bed and you have to pee, and you're now stirred enough to be awake, and you're thinking, ugh, but bed. The correct answer is to get up and go to the bathroom. That's all I'm saying. You will feel better. It's in my opinion, it's more likely that you'll fall back asleep. And I know it's hard to argue with your brain, because your brain is like, I'm comfortable, this is great. There's a part of your brain that's like, you have to pee. Thomas says, thank you for giving advice that all of us already knew. That's not true. I'm sure not all of you already knew that. It took me years to come up with this. Because for a long time it was...
Years and lots of testing.
It was a lot of tests. There's a lot of times... I remember in college, actually, there's a lot of times where I had to pee. Also, why is it that the older I get, the more I have to pee? I don't know what's up with that. I think it's just that, like...
Let's switch topics. You have a dentist appointment today.
It's true. Thomas says, no more pee talk. What's a video game? I do have a dentist appointment today.
Uh-huh.
You don't, just me?
Just you.
Oh.
Mine's in, like, August.
Oh.
Or September.
I know a lot of times we have, like, appointments on the same day.
Yeah, we both have optometrist appointments on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm...
This is, like, a week of appointments, too, because I just started scheduling things around
that's actually
everything else.
And that's actually another reason why we're aiming for one vlog a day right now.
Yeah.
Is because there's not enough time.
Yeah. Because you have a dentist, which is the worst out of all the appointments this week.
The worst as in what?
Oh, if it were me, that would be, like, the worst. I hate the dentist.
Oh.
After dealing with my whole tooth breaking
You've had some
thing,
trauma.
Yeah.
You've had some trauma related to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the options? Optometrist, dermatologist, dentist?
Yeah. I mean, the optometrist is no problem.
Dentist is my least favorite too. I don't mind the dentist, really. It's just, it's the scraping.
Yeah.
It's the scraping.
Stop. Don't say scraping.
You have a word? Everyone's got...
reminds me of the noise and I hate it.
Everyone's got a word. Everyone's got a...
Only when
it's
it comes
worse
to
with the
teeth.
spacing. Phonics wrote it out with a space in between each letter. Why is that worse? There's something about it being worse, seeing it written out with...
It's like slower.
Yeah, your brain takes longer to read it, so it lasts longer. It's a longer scrape. Anyway, that...
I mean, the dermatologist appointment isn't very fun if they end up...
removing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you should be more worried about the dermatologist.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am. I don't have a dentist appointment.
Oh, well, yeah. So for you...
Yeah.
You would say dermatologist.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing. If the dermatologist removes a mole,
yeah,
you gotta deal with that for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Of like tending to... Well, I have to tend to the wounds.
Yeah. I get checked every year because I've had to have moles removed.
I'd probably rather do dermatologist than well, I don't know. I don't ever have to have moles removed either, so...
Yeah.
I've had to have very, very few removed, so that's... Yeah. See, moist scraping seems better. It feels like it wouldn't scrape as bad if it was moist. Yeah, the dentist is not a great time, but I haven't had... As far as I can remember, I haven't had a cavity in a few years.
Good.
Which... TBH, for me personally, seems very surprising. But hey, I'm on a streak. So let's hope for the best. So we'll see how it works out today. And that's it. That's later. That's like later in the day, right?
Your appointment's at like 4 or something.
Okay. Because I need to...
Get work done?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have the vlog for today ready. I didn't have enough time to do it. We recorded some more custom Smash with Tom and John, and that'll be coming out at some point on Tom's channel. But that means I'll have to work after breakfast stream on the vlog and try and get that ready for today. But I'm excited for people to see all the behind the scenes stuff. Anyway, let me read some of these here. 100 bits from Moist Peggy. This is concerning. Moist Peggy said they tried to give a gift sub to an account named Scraping, but they're already subscribed. Things I didn't expect. .txt. Moist Peggy also gives a sub to Upsetty Spaghetti God. Great name. Love it. And we also have a subscription from JSD Nintendo. Is that how I say that? JSD Man Nintendo or JSD Ma Nintendo? I'm just gonna say JM Nintendo because those are capitalized. And I think that is probably correct. Probably. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here, especially because lately we've had some really long streams. Fortunately, today's was shorter because we had less alerts, partially because Pride Month on Twitch is over. And I know a lot of people are doing alerts to try and get the Pride emotes.
Did you see Emile said his alarm just went off? This is when he was going to get up.
I'm sorry, Emile. For what it's worth, I hope the rest of your day goes better. Generally, I feel like there is a natural ebb and flow to good and bad events, and generally, if you have a really, really crappy evening, morning, whatever, the universe tends to work itself out. So there's probably some good news on the way. That's, you know. And also, you're Emile. You're lucky. You're naturally lucky. So if you have a terrible luck day, then you're probably going to have a really, really good luck day. That's my takeaway from it. So hopefully things work out better the rest of the day. I am going to get things set for today. You're working on like your next little video thing, and then
I gotta start doing my varnish process.
Yep. And oh, if you haven't seen already, we've been doing Mario Party over on Stephen Plays, and yesterday was the first episode of the one we did with my parents, and the second one will be out today too. So it's interesting. It's fun to see my parents play Mario Party. They had never held an N64 controller, so it's different. They're doing fine. They're doing just fine. And then, of course, on Thursday when we do our next stream, I think the lights will be a little different, so
also
that'll be
Friday.
exciting. And then, oh yeah, right before we go, make sure that your schedules are free Friday. Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing a live stream. Guess what we're streaming? We're streaming Story Mode from Super Mario Maker. I talked to a few people about it, including Mao and Chaz and some others, tried to decide what the best course of action for story mode was, and we decided instead of dedicating a day of the week to it, we are going to just do a stream and try and wrap up a lot of it. That way, each day of the week is still for user-submitted levels, and we get to still see story mode and soon. So, Super Mario Maker 2 story mode, we're going to continue from where I left off. That's going to be Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'm sure it'll go for a while. It'll probably be at least a normal stream length of about 3 hours. We might push longer if we feel like we could finish the game. I don't know. We'll see how close we get. And Mal already has plenty of experience with it because she played it herself.
Some levels are easier than others.
Well, you'll get to watch me play it.
I know you're good at it. You're much better than I am.
Well, I feel like I am probably an above average Mario player. I'm not on the same...
I also give up. I'm just like, forget this level.
But I'm not on the same level as some of the people I see that are like, do, 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 do. And I'm like, what is a shell jump? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, that'll be Friday at 8. And if you can't be there for the live stream, that's fine. It'll be up on YouTube at some point soon after, so don't worry about that. All right, folks, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Content coming your way, as always, and we will see you here Thursday at 9 a.m. again for more Breakfast Stream.